So, welcome to the lecture number 15. So, in this lesson, we will discuss about the nodal analysis, which can also be called as a node voltage method. So, here in this nodal analysis, our focus is on the nodes and our objective is determining the voltages. Our objective is determining the voltages. So, where do we determine these voltages is at each node. So, when node will come into picture, so out of the basic laws, Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. So, which one is helpful at the node? So, at the node, Kirchhoff's current law is helpful where we write the sum of the entering currents is equal to sum of the leaving currents. So, once you see this node, then you should thought of the basic existing law which is Kirchhoff's current law. So, as this is the main objective behind this lecture. So, first we try to see how to proceed in the nodal analysis with these objectives in determining the node voltages. So, in which we will use the Kirchhoff's current law. So, for which, let me introduce some terminology and some generalized things. Let us take one resistor is there. And let us assume that one side of the resistor is connected at N1, other side of the resistor is connected at N2. And somehow, so let us have some assumption that here there will be some voltage V1, and at node N2, let us assume some other voltage V2. So what does it means is that, so somewhere, so here let us say, here some ground level, here some ground level, let us assume that this is the ground, or let me put in the proper way just to have this generalized understanding. Let us assume that this is the ground, and from this ground surface I want to measure some person height. So it's very bad. So some person height in this way. So let us assume that this person is a height of h meters or some centimeters. So how are we measuring his height is from the reference of this ground. So here is 0, then as it moves above that, so he is having certain height, let us say 165 centimeters or something. Then how are we measuring this height of a person? There must be some reference, or I can even say in this way. So let us assume that there is a table. This is, let us say, a table. A table is there beside him where he is standing. Now I can say, if I know this table height is let us say h1. The table is at a height of h1 from 0 again. This also from 0. Then I can say this person is a height of h2 above the table. h2 above the table. So in this way we can say a person height in many ways, from the reference of ground which is of 0 height to this total person height is h centimeters, something like that. Or if I know some reference objective is a table, above the table is having a height of h2. So in the same way, let us assume that this n1 is one person. N1 is one person who is standing at the N1, and N2 is another person. It means N2 is other person's area where one more person is standing here. Now this N1 person is having a potential of V1, and this potential of V1 is measured from a common 0 value. That means somewhere, let me take here, somewhere just like earth surface. So we will also consider here some surface at which the voltage is 0 volts, 0 volts. Usually earth surface voltage is 0. Earth is a neutral element. So where the voltage is 0. Now what I will say is that this first person, P1 person, is having a voltage of V1 with respect to ground. So this reference I will show as minus, this I will show as plus. That means here to here, he has grown to a height of V1 if we compare this kind of analogy. Next is the second person. Let us take the second person. So second person is at a height of V2 from where? From same reference which is of 0. So from same reference which is of 0. From there he has grown a height of V2. So like this we can take in a circuit different nodes where N1 N2 are the nodes. Between some element is connected whose value is R, and if we observe initially these terminals nature, what is his potential and what is his potential, that is voltage. And how are we taking this V1 is from certain reference. This is what the reference. As like in this case, if I'll consider as one more person is standing here with this analogy. Now I can say his height is I already used h1 h2, so let me say his height is some h3, height 3. From where? From the same reference which we took for the person P1, this is person P2. So P1 and P2 heights are h and h3 respectively. And we can also say this P2 person height with respect to some other object, but preferably let us not to take with respect to different two objects so that we will not have any trouble in comparison of the height. Like I want to say that whether P1 is higher height or P2 is higher height. So then if I will take for both persons same reference, what is that reference? 0 reference. Then it is easy to say that this person is h3 at a height of h3 and this person is at a height of h. So I can say that who is at a higher height, who is more taller. So this kind of analogy is helpful in understanding the nodal analysis. Just try to keep these things in mind that we would like to make some kind of reference in order to find the person's height. What is that reference? Is ground. How much is the height of that ground? That ground surface itself is 0. From there you are measuring the person height as h and another person height as h3. Like that. In the same way, if I will consider some two nodes are observed in which, so first node is at a potential of V1, means it is equivalent to height h. The second person is equivalent to a height of h3, something like that. Then we can compare that who is having more potential. If we have common reference as like this 0. From 0, this person is at a height of V1. From 0, this person is at a height of V2. Then can we say that who is at higher potential? Depends on whether V1 is greater than V2 or V1 is less than V2. So if this is the case, then V1 is more. In other words, here V2 is more. So like that, this kind of analogy is very much helpful in writing the or in doing the analysis using the node voltage method. Okay. So now let us see, as I told you, we need some common reference to measure each node voltage. We need a common reference to measure each node voltage. So that reference is usually referred as ground. We say in our subject also as ground, or we can say this as reference. and the ground or reference we usually represent with this kind of symbol. If this is the ground, so we try to represent with these parallel lines with the decreasing length, or we can also represent in many ways, so as like this, just like triangle symbol. In some literature you may found this kind of things also. So these are the points at which zero potential going to exist. So what is its corresponding point? Voltage is 0 volts. Once we put at any node with this kind of symbol, we will understand that point as that point is the ground or reference whose potential is usually 0 volts. Whose potential is 0 volts. Next is, so now let us see with this introduction, so let us see the steps involved in doing this nodal analysis. So steps. So first let me write these points, right? First, identify the nodes, Next, once we identify the nodes, let us say the number of nodes found is n. If n is the number of nodes, then we know that our objective is to get the node voltage that I already told you. See here. If we need the node voltage, as I told you, just as like we need the person's height in the analogy, as like the person's height. If I want to compare these two persons' height, definitely these two must be measured from same reference, which is of 0 height. So in the same way, what I need here is that some reference point. So what I will do is that next step is choose choose one of the node as ground or reference. We know already ground voltage is 0. So then how many nodes are left out? We choose one of the node as a reference or ground. Then remaining is n minus 1 nodes. One node is chosen as a ground node. So thereby left out nodes is n minus 1 nodes. So those nodes we call as a non-reference nodes. So in the next step what we do is that assign node voltages for for all non-reference nodes. How many are there non-reference nodes? N minus 1. Why? Because one node we chosen as a ground. Okay. So next is, once we assign the node voltages for all non-reference nodes, next step is, now we try to write down the Kirchhoff's current. So let us write. So next is write KCL at each non-reference node. Once we write the KCL, in the final step, what we do is that solve all KCL equations. To get node voltages. Okay. So now just with this steps, so just let me introduce one more point, that let me take this diagram which is very important. So just let us paste here, right? So now see here that As I told you here, we would like to write down the Kirchhoff's current law at each non-reference node. So let us assume that this is a simple diagram. So this entire thing is a node which might be reference node, whose voltage is 0. That is well lined with. Next thing is that if this node voltage, this node is N1, then I am assuming at this node V1 is there. That is what the meaning of assigned node voltages. So at node 2 is also non-reference node. So at node 2 also we will assume V2 as voltage. That means we are initially assuming at non-reference nodes some V1, V2, V3 might be existing. So our ultimate motto is we would like to find those existing V1, V2, V3 voltages. So for which we would like to write the Kirchhoff's current law. So now tell me, let us assume that we are at node 1. So this person is you. Now you might be attending some competition that, so in the height comparison, then you are thinking that definitely you will be taller than all other persons. So that you are trying to attempt that competition to win that competition. So what your assumption is that your voltage is more. If your voltage is more than the other person voltage, now how much is the voltage difference between you and your friend? Just height comparison, as like in the previous analogy, here whatever I had said, whose person who is more taller than the other, that we would like to do. If my assumption is myself is taller, then I say that, so I am so and so higher, height higher than the other person in this way. H minus something like H3 is the difference between me and my friend. So now what I will do here is that just try to see, just try to see here. So if my voltage is more than the other person, how much is the difference between the voltage for this element, for these two persons? One side is V1, other side is V2. How much is the difference? V1 minus V2.
V2.
But try to observe very carefully that as V1 person is more high, having more voltage, so definitely this is V1 minus V2. So which side is positive? V1 side positive, V2 side negative. So this is the voltage difference between node 1 and node 2. Node 1 and node 2, having an assumption that node 1 voltage is higher than node 2 voltage. That's why I had written V1 minus V2. Otherwise, I would have written V2 minus V1. Now tell me, we already know resistor nature. It is a passive element. Wherever positive voltage is there current should enter, right? If I know voltage across the resistance, then can you tell me how much is the current through this resistor? Can I say this current as I suffix 1 to? That means current is flowing from 1 to 2 side. So 1 to 2 side means I am assuming that my potential is more than the other side potential, thereby voltage difference between this element is V1 minus V2 divided by resistance. This is what I want to. Now once I am writing Kirchhoff's current law at node 1, I will try to use this I12 current, which is V1 minus V2 by R. Next is, so I had moved away from the node 1, now it is the choice of node 2. So now node 2 turn has come, then what he thinks? He is a competitor to you. Definitely he also thinks that he may win the match. Definitely once he is attending some match, he won't be demote himself that I will lose match here itself. Now what is his motto is that he will think that his voltage is more than the other person voltage. Then in his point of view, if V2 is more, can I write this thing in this way? V2 minus V1 This is the voltage difference between node 2 to 1. Node 2 to 1. So now, so with respect to node 2 person, the voltage at node 2 is higher than the node 1. So that's why I am putting, see here, node 2 side as positive. This one, and this is the voltage with respect to this guy, and other side this is minus. Let us forget remaining all things. If you want, let me take the different scenarios in this way. So this is this person's things that already completed. Now let me take the second person perspective. Just let me remove these things. Right, only this is there. Now let me remove this also. So now, so this is P1 choice. When P1 person 1 at node 1, what he thinks is in this way. Now person 2 at node 2. Now what he thinks that his voltage is more, so voltage across the resistor is V2 minus V1. Then in his point of view, the current through this resistor is 2 to 1, not 1 to 2. Then in his point of view, the current through this resistor is I21. If this is I21, what will be that value? V2 minus V1 by R. Try to see that. That depends on the person where he is sitting. Is he sitting at node N1 or node N2? We can write current through this same resistor in two ways. One thing I can write V1 minus V2 by R. If so, that is leaving the node 1. That current is leaving the node 1. In other case, if I think in the person 2 point of view, then V2 minus V1 by R is the current. What is the nature of this current? This current is leaving the corresponding node. That means wherever we sit, from there current is going to leave, and from which we should make this from which we should understand that if I am sitting at the node 2, I will consider voltage across this branch is V2 minus V1. If I will sit at node 1, I will consider the voltage across the resistor is V1 minus V2. Okay, so in this way, so we will be choosing the currents through various branches, which is very much helpful. Just so try to focus here. So it may give you little means a tough feeling, but once you understand these simple points, now it is very easy to follow the nodal analysis than the mesh analysis. Clear? So let us see here this small problem, and for which just let me introduce all the steps which we discussed so far. So in this problem, and first what we do is that we choose one of the node as a reference. So preferably you can choose wherever more number of elements are connected, there you can choose as a reference. But as of now, let us not to think that much. Just say that downside put some this kind of symbol. It means that you have chosen this node as a reference. This is what the ground or reference. We know that whose voltage is 0 volts. Now one of the node we already chosen this as the reference. Now let us try to see what are the other nodes. This is one more node, two more nodes are there. So let me name this as N1, this as N2. So we identified all the nodes, we chosen one of the node as a reference. Next what we do? We try to assume some node voltages. What are they? Here let me consider this person is having a potential of V1. So who is sitting here? Myself. Next, so let us take this person who is sitting here is my friend, somebody. So whose voltage we are assuming as V2. This is what the assigning the node voltages for the non-reference node. One node is reference, remaining two we call as a non-reference nodes. Next what we do is that we try to observe how many branches are connected at node 1. How many branches? One is 10 ohms, one is 10 amperes, one more is 5 ohms. So when what is our motto in the Kirchhoff's current law? In Kirchhoff's current law, so in this current law journey, what we do is that we focus at a node, we focus at a node, at a node, and we try to grab all the currents which are going away or coming into that node. So next, so what we do is that we collect all the currents, and we keep in our bag. That is what the main objective of the Kirchhoff's current law. And how many members are connected at that corresponding node, you need to focus. At this junction, how many persons are connected? That is what the 10 ohms, one guy, and 10 amperes and 5 ohms. Now let us see for these three persons how much will be the current. Remember, whenever current source is given, so means these are readily available things which you can take away quickly, directly. Current is already known. But whereas for resistors, the situation is quite different. You need to make little preliminary work over here. So what we do? Now try to focus where 10 ohms is connected. One side is at N1. How much is potential at N1? V1. Other side is at reference. How much is the potential at reference? 0. Now, can you imagine as like this? As like this. A resistor is there. One side is V1 volts, other side is V2, which is equal to 0. Now, how much is the voltage across this 10 ohms? Can I say in this way? V1 minus 0? V1 minus 0 is the voltage across 10 ohms, or simply V1. Then if that is the case, how much is the current through this resistor? I told you wherever you sit, from there current will be leaving, cross verify. So if I will sit at node N2, it is leaving from the node N2, which is I21. So this is voltage across the 10 ohms is V1 minus 0. So then current through this 10 ohms is V1 minus 0 by 10. What about 5 ohms? 5 ohms. Can I say 5 ohms voltage is V1 minus V2? Why? Because one side is V1, other side is V2. Now V1 minus V2 by 5 is what the current which is leaving this node. Now can I write the KCL at N1 in this way? So leaving currents usually I will take positive. So here all currents are leaving, so no issue. So let me say V1 minus 0 by 10 plus so 10 plus this 10 amperes is leaving. Next is V1 minus V2 by 5 is equal to 0. So this is what the Kirchhoff's current law at node N1. At node N1. So in this way one can write the Kirchhoff's current law. Then once we get this equation, just try to simplify this equation little bit as 1 by 10 plus 1 by 5. So into V1, next is minus 1 by 5 into V2 is equal to minus 10. This is equation number 1. In the same way, can we write the Kirchhoff's current law at node N2? Let us write Kirchhoff's current law at node N2. Now node 1 work is completed. Now we move to node 2. Once we move to node 2, what is our assumption? Whoever connected node N2, those persons voltage will be V2 minus rest of the voltages. Okay, so that's why better not to write this V1 minus V2 or V2 minus V1 across this. Why? Because in this person point of view, voltage across 5 ohms is V1 minus V2. Whereas second person point of view, voltage across 5 ohms is V2 minus V1. So what I will say is that V2 minus V1 by 5 is this 5 ohms resistance voltage. Next other side is 6 ohms connected. So can I say V2 minus where other end of the 6 ohms connected at 0 volts. So 0 divided by that person resistance. So two resistors are there. So two resistors current I already found. So one more current is there, but which is entering. So I will take negative equal to 0. So we can simplify this also in this way. So V1 by 5 but minus plus 1 by 5 plus 1 by 6 into V2 is equal to 2. So this is equation number 2. Now solve these two equations. Solve equation 1 and 2 by using your calculators. You can solve these equations and tell me how much will be the V1 and V2. V1 and V2. So you can go to solving equations. So in which I will type 10 inverse plus 5 inverse and minus 5 inverse and minus 10, then minus 5 inverse and 5 inverse plus 6 inverse and 2. So how much I will be getting here is that V1 is equal to minus 46.66 volts, and similarly let us see what is the V2. V2 is minus 20 volts. Whether you got same answer or not, just cross verify. So if not, tell me in the next class. Okay, so in this way we can find the node voltages which are how to solve. Yeah, I will take special session for that. Just I will discuss that. Okay, so now mainly focus on simple things that, so do not make this to be much complex. Just try to understand I need each branch current for which I need the voltage. If I am sitting at node 1, then here while whichever resistors are connected, those resistors voltage is this person voltage minus remaining all other persons voltage. Okay, like V1 minus 0, V1 minus V2, like that. If I'll sit at N2, now again same concept. This person voltage minus remaining all other persons voltage. That is V2 minus V1 is the voltage across 5 ohms. Once we know voltage across the resistor, we can find the current. Next, so V2 minus 0 by 6 is the current through 6 ohms. So like this, just without putting on this circuit anything, V2 minus V1 or some such voltages, we can write down the Kirchhoff's current law for each non-reference node. Thereby we get these all non-reference node voltages V1 and V2.